Libra, welcome to your Astroflower solstice reading for the December 2023. There's a lot of things in this reading, and it's a really personal thing. It's bringing a lot of things to the surface. It's a watershed moment, I think, in a lot of people's lives that's going to change a lot of things. And also that we saw that in the collective reading as well, to do with the solstice reading. A lot of bringing into strengths. Your relationship side, you seem to have struck the chord that corresponds to you, and it's ultimately you're now choosing a direction that actually you're choosing your success in regards to your relationship side, because you're answering an inner calling from within you. And that inner calling could be, I want to be with this person, so I'm going to now move heaven and earth in order to be with this person. Well, that sort of thing seems to be coming through for you. But it brings ultimate, really good sort of success more than anything else. There's a new invigoration that comes out of owning your passions to do with what you're doing in the way of a job, or a business or a project, whatever you're doing in in the material world. A lot of it is coming from within you. It's finally things seem to be clicking, and work seems to flow, and it's just getting on and doing. And as it does flow, it's making you more and more happy and pleased about life. Happy and pleased about life, because it just seems to be going on and working, and you're getting your just desserts. There's a lot of Libran cards coming out here, and it's quite very powerful reading on both sides. There seems to be within this solstice that is bringing, as I said, bringing things to the surface that you are going to be able to use in a very, very beautiful way. The overall energy here, you get the King of Wands. This works well with you, actually, the King of Wands, because it provides a lot for you that you don't normally have in life, which is that fire side. You don't have a lot of fire when you look at your Astroflower. There's not a lot of fire going on here. And the energy, the overall energy, is bringing you this confidence and owning your pathway. Because this king here is not like, so you've got another king here, so you've got the King of Pentacles down there on your karmic path. That king there is sitting, looking straight ahead. It's going straight ahead. But this king here is looking off to the side, and is almost facing off to the side. And he's choosing a direction. He's following his path. And I think this is where the overall energies are asking you to own your path. And we can see it in the petal 8 right at the top here. This is concerned with the conversation that is within you, that's sort of like that's running through your mind, as it were, and how your guides influences that conversation. And you get the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is not like the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords is looking off to one side. She's choosing a direction, and she's following it. And it seems like it's, as I said, I think it's like the message that sort of comes through is that, like, I want to be with this person, therefore I'm going to choose to go and be with this person, because she's looking out there. The King of Wands is looking towards the financial side, because I think that's what's driving the passion of being as well with that other person. It's also, it comes hand in hand with the success of your material side, also comes in hand with the success and really going after what you want in the way of sort of your emotional sort of side, or your spiritual sort of side. On your karmic path, you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is also a very, very powerful card, as much as all the other sort of queens and kings. The King of Pentacles here is based upon knowledge and study and understanding. And it's obviously, it brings to you a lot of abundance and success and a lot of wealth, but that we're on the relationship side. So this is abundance and depth, emotional wealth, and spiritual wealth within you. And this provides a lot for lots of people that are around you, not just for you. And your karmic path is to take that position of authority, of how things work around you. The universe here is giving you the judgment card. Now you've got the judgment card, but you've also got the justice on this card, on this table here. And I think you're getting your just desserts because you're following your calling. And this is where on your emotional side or on your relationship side, and it could be going after one person. I say going after them sort of like, this, I want to be with this person, therefore I'm going to be with this person. Or it could be kind of going, I want to be with my family, therefore I'm going to be with my family. Or I want to be with my friends, therefore I'm going to be with my friends. It's that sort of attitude. And it's a calling from within you, because you know it's going to fulfill you and it's going to make you a better person. Not necessarily that you were a bad person before, but I mean better in the sense that you're going to be much more in line with your happiness and who you are. But there's a certain authority that you do need to take on all of this. Let me just put another log on the fire. That was what? Who sung that? Put another log on the fire, wasn't it? It was a blues guitarist guy. I can't remember his name. I'm sure you'll tell me who it is. I'm sure you'll tell me who it is, Libra. Not Bo Diddley. Anyway, sorry. Get back to the reading. Yeah. So yeah, you're following this path, and I think the universe is bringing you to that. What's brought you to this understanding? And this is this card here, the Six of Cups. It's the understanding of what you've lived and recognizing the beautiful parts of the journey that took you to where you are now. And using those beautiful things in the past to actually, as a gift to yourself, of what you would like to recreate, but in greater form. And that's the understanding. I think the solstice here is bringing this because you're going after your financial security. It's also, you want that sort of emotional or relationship engagement as well. And how to do that is recognizing from the past the good things and just allowing that to come through you, rather than actually sort of like, blocking your pathway. I've got to say here, this is absolutely brilliant. There's not a shoot in a foot card here, which is really good for you, Libra. Usually you have a shoot yourself in the foot card, and you haven't got that at all, which is utterly refreshing. In the thing that's playing through you, you have the Queen of Swords Libra card. You are choosing, as I said earlier on, you're choosing this direction. And the thing is, you're choosing it with authority. And this authority in this card here is, you may well have a huge amounts of emotional attachments to the relationships that are around you, but you're approaching it in a sense of kind of logic of kind of going, well, if I want those emotions to exist, I have to engage in the relationships like this. I'm going after it. So you're not going after it with your emotions, you're going after it with logic to provoke those emotions. If I eat a chocolate cake with cream with a cup of tea, I'm going to be happy. It's simple maths, simple logic, and I think this is what's playing through you. And this will give you that sensation. The overall outcome, you get the Six of Wands. Ultimate recognition within yourself, recognizing it within you, this approach of how this approach gives you the good results, basically. And people will recognize it around you. And this person or this group of people or these relationships that you want to exist in your life, if you go after it, they will turn and recognize that, and you will get recognition for that. So it does bode very, very well for, going after what you want for your relationships. I'll get it all out in a minute. Okay. On your financial side, you get the Eight of Pentacles on your karmic path. I think this is where your passions now are driven towards actually, making making the best of it and making things happen for you. That's what I want to say more than anything else. Making things happen for you, making things. You got to work. You need to work at it, and your karmic path here is like you've got this work frame on here, and this solstice reading works for a long time. It's not just a weekly thing. It's not just a daily thing. This goes for 3 months, and I think this is right. It's as if you've made the decision within you. It's kind of going, right, if I'm going to want this, I'm going to have to put in those. This is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to put in these hours and put in this energy and put in this, this sort of force into what I'm doing. And it's a lot of smaller details here that brings a lot of results for you. Working on various things. It's like putting a business together. You don't just, open the cafe. You got to choose the color. You got to choose the logo. You got to choose the knives and forks and plates and cups. You got to know your menu or what you're actually selling, the environment, the music. There's loads of little things, and I think that's what you seem to be working on. You seem to be working on a lot of different areas at the same time, but it's all funneling into sort of one direction, as it were. And the universe is bringing you the World card, which is a Capricorn card, and everybody's been getting it with the solstice readings. That and the Wheel of Fortune, and it nearly popped out earlier on. Actually, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm surprised it may come out in the clarification with the Light Seers card, but this is a new beginning for you. This is when you have the combination of all the different elements that play into a new paradigm for you, and I think that has to do with that of this choice or change of way of doing things, or change of attitude, change of engagement with the thing. And I think that's sort of like the universe is recognizing this potential within you and saying to you, if you approach it like that, then all of a sudden a whole new episode of your life will open in front of you. What's tying it from the past to the future? You've gone through a lot in regards to your financial stuff, your job, your business and your projects and everything like that. I think you've been and you've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned a lot about your weaknesses and you've learned a lot about your strengths. But also, more than anything else, you've learned about what you want to have in your life. That star there that you've captured through all of those tumultuous times you might have lived in the past. That star there is your guiding star for your future. And you seem to have gathered that now and condensed it into that star that's that guiding light for you. And it's helping to drive that Eight of Pentacles, that concentrating on a lot of different details there and having that calm, collective way about going about things that gets you the results. And this is what's running through you, the Ten of Cups. Being you, or seeing the reality for what it is. And I think the seeing the reality for what it is seeing the results you can get from the hard or from the consistent work that you put into whatever you want to engage in regards to your material world. And it is, it's happiness after difficulty, the Ten of Cups. And it's walking through that cloud of rain and then coming out in the sunshine, recognizing the sunshine, turning around, and the rainbow is sort of like that. It's almost as like that. It's like the reward of walking through that difficulty, and it almost becomes a perfect moment. And I think you're going to get a lot of that the moment when you're really concentrating on that Ace of Pentacles in your karmic path. On your outcome, you get the Justice. It ultimately brings harmony into your life, which allows your relationship side to sort of flourish and open. And this brings just desserts as well. And I think this Justice also comes from that Eight of Pentacles there. It brings you the results. It brings you the rewards that you deserve. And it's a Libra card as well. So you've got 2 Libra cards on here as well. And it just allows you to be to be you without having to justify. You've got justice. You've got the, on your side. And you don't have to justify yourself anymore. You just need to live it and be it. So that's really, really nice. It's a beautiful understanding that seems to come from the solstice for you. And it becomes very logical, which ties up for you beautifully. We are going to be doing a live yearly reading on the channel between the 27th and the 30th of December. And you can ask questions on the cards we're pulling. If you want to be part of that live, you need to be subscribed in order to ask questions. And also, when you're subscribed, click that bell, because then you'll get the notifications through the community page on when those readings will be happening and coming out for you. Okay? Yes. King of Wands, you get the Two of Wands. I'm getting more travel than organisation. There is a lot of organisation that comes in with this as well, but I'm getting more. There's a lot of travelling involved here, and I think you've got to organise for it. And I think once you start following your passions, it's going to really drive you in a direction of this Six of Wands at the top there. And I think you're going to have to go, this is what I was saying earlier on, you're going to have to go after what you want in regards to the relationships around you and be that trailblazer within your life. Once you take on that attitude, you will be able to maintain that attitude with ease, Libra. And it will be perpetually bringing you good results. King of Wands with the King of Pentacles. I showed you earlier, it's twice now you got the King of Wands on the table here. This is it, knowing your pathway through the knowledge, through your understanding of what you've been through, the abundance that you've had. It allows this passion to build up in you, and you to follow that pathway of, going after what you want. If you want love, then go after love. If you want love in regards to sort of family, friends, community, go after it. Don't hold back. Just go after it. With the Judgment cards, you get the Three of Swords. I think this Judgment here is almost sort of saying, I'm not going to be unhappy anymore, because it's coming from the universe. I don't think it's the universe is sort of kind of going, the judgment is, your calling is to be, have your heart in painful condition. I don't think it's that at all. I really don't think the universe is saying that. I think the universe is sort of saying here, the Judgment, and it plays a little bit in with the Justice card. The Judgment here is, you're not going to be hurt anymore. I'm not going to take it. Never did, never will. And I think that it's a logical thing that you've understood here, that to stop yourself being caused pain in relationships. And it is a very logical approach. And it is a very good approach, because all of a sudden, when you've got that security, you can explore all the beautiful stuff with much greater ease. Judgment, that's what that is all about. You've got the Judgment underneath it. The King of Swords is about judgment. It's wisdom through judgment. Wisdom through judgment in the physical world. And this is where the logic really comes in. You've got the King of Swords, and now and with the Queen of Swords on that side there. If you want it, you're going to go after it. And if you do go after it in a very logical sort of sense, and using your full wisdom, you will get divine counterpart scenario going on. And that's what that Six of Wands is all about. You're going to get it. With the Page of Swords as well now. And I think this is, you choosing to go after it is going to stimulate a lot of ideas that you can actually put concretely into your life, that to create it physically within your life. And that's what the Page of Swords is doing. It's taking all those sort of beautiful ideas, which allows you to go from one side to another, go from one dimension to another, and start putting it into practice, noticing it, and because you are choosing that pathway, and it's incredibly stimulating for you, and it makes you feel it's very intellectually and mentally, it's incredibly stimulating for you. Absolutely lovely. And then you got the Page of Pentacles. It is a bit of a learning curve for you. There is no doubt about it. There's a lot of success as well. There's this new seed. There's this whole new cycle for you. There's this learning about sort of planting a seed and getting the fruit. And I think this is what we're talking about here. You're getting those ultimate results. And with the Six of Wands, it seems like it's almost with the Page of Pentacles. It's almost sort of saying you get it perpetually. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps happening and happening and happening, and you get the good results from it. This is one of the best readings I've done with Libra for a long time. It's absolutely really lovely. Absolutely beautiful. With the King of Wands on the financial side, on the overall energies, you get the Five of Swords. I think this ties in with that more than anything. So I think it's basically, this is, because you're going after what you want, I think you're not shooting yourself in the foot in anymore. You're using that King of Wands, that passions, to go after the good results. You're willing to put in the effort in order to get there, and it's going to stop you from that internal conflict. Blimey, there's so many cards come out here. Hang on a second. Blimey, there's so many cards come out there. Obviously, I'm not going to read them all. Yeah, no, the only one that was showing up was the Three of Pentacles, which is good for working with other people and stuff like that. I think it's going to blow your mind how easy it could have been in the past, because now you've worked it out. This solstice is bringing to the surface that logic within you and bringing forward you to actually sort of start really playing to your strengths, and it's going to bring you those results. And I think you're going to kind of go, why didn't I ever do this before? Because you weren't in that position before. Now you are. Two of Cups. with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. You know, you've got to a stage now where you're doing that work and it's making you totally in alignment with who you are. You're going to be really happy about this work. You're going to be happy to do it. You're going to be enthused about doing the work. There's going to be a lot of progression and a lot of results coming in that making you feel kind of going, yes, I love doing my job. I love doing this project, or I love doing this business. And it's really totally in alignment with yourself. And if you feel that, and if you want to go after that, do it. Really, really do it. Page of Wands. It came out earlier on. This new beginning is an installation of a new passion for your career path, for your business, for your projects, whatever it is. You are, you're rediscovering the passion for what you do. And now because you've got that logic that goes along with it, you're going to be able to explore a lot of the avenues that you may not have been able to explore before. Avenues of passion within, concerning your workspace. And it's going to be really good. That actually fell out on the floor as well. It's quite funny. Well, some of these cards are already coming out. With the Hermit card here, and this is that seeing all your, I think you've noticed you've shot yourself in the foot enough over the last few months, as I've seen in your reading, that you know your bad side, you know that side of you. And that's what you're saying goodbye to. And with the Nine of Wands, you're going off on that journey, but you're also recognizing that sort of hermit side of life, which has a huge amount of wisdom in the hermit about, our good and bad side, our shadow side of ourselves and everything like that. And those healthy boundaries are stopping you from going back and just shooting yourself in the foot, because I think you're enjoying the work. With the Ten of Cups, you get the Six of Wands. Success is bound for you all over the place. There's no stopping it. It just seems no stopping it. This it's like a snowballing effect that's happening in your life because of a change of logic within you. There is a logic that works for you in a really, really good way. It really does work for you in a good way. And this realization, this happiness after difficulty, is all about you getting that recognition, getting that success, that rightful place, that champion position within whatever you're doing. And it's that just desserts. You're getting your just desserts. And then you get the Two of Swords. This justice, and this is what's coming to me, there's two things here. The first thing that's coming to me is the reason you're getting your just desserts is because you made that logical decision. That Two of Swords. Very logical. There is another side of this, and it seems to be quite strong, so it could be for the majority of you. You're getting within this justice and this recognition and this pleasure and everything like that, and that happiness after difficulty. With all of that, you're getting this justice card, and that is actually putting forward some difficult choices that need to be made. But if you just apply your logic to it all, I think you'll come out on top here. Let me just put a couple of extra cards on that because I need a little bit more sort of clarification with that. The Queen of Wands. You've got the two King of Wands and you've got the Queen of Wands that comes in there. I think it's choosing that Queen of Wands is all about magic and happiness and enjoying the moment and not necessarily being that moment being the same all the time. And it seems to be tied into a lot of different types of moments. And that Queen of Wands there is maybe a choice that you need to make in the future, but it's certainly built upon your happiness. And then you get the Queen of Cups that goes along with it as well. It makes you a very vibrant, even this decision, even if it is a difficult decision, it should be just based upon your passion and your happiness, basically. The other side of it is if you've already made that choice, and that's why you're getting your just desserts, it's going to make you radiate this beautiful vibration, which is going to then help that success to be perpetual, perpetual, perpetual. This is a fantastic opportunity for you here, Libra. Really, really love it. Really love it. Really, it's so good to see. It's so good to see. So good to see. There you go, Libra. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget about the lives and stuff like that. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do. There's loads of links in the description below. And yeah, thank you for your support on YouTube, through subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. It's always good to hear from you. Absolutely brilliant. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.